The Cooler Master MM711 coming in at a price tag of $24.95. If at any point during the video you want to check out this exact same product, there's Amazon links below. Firstly, this uses a 3389 sensor. This is a very reliable, high-end sensor. It's been used for years and it's very proven at this point. Once you get above the 3389, it becomes very, very difficult to actually feel the difference between the higher end sensors. Beyond that, this has a 1000 Hertz polling rate, 16,000 DPI, 400 IPS, and 50 Gs of acceleration. Let's get into the mouse itself. How is the build quality? Well, for the price here, it is fantastic, being a great shape for all grips. It has a cutout design, but with the Cooler Master logo, like instead of just the traditional honeycomb design, it's a little bit more of like a longer honeycomb. It feels well put together and it looks absolutely awesome. Possibly one of the best looking mice like of all time at this price point. Like 25 bucks, you're not expecting much. It definitely feels more expensive. Color options here are matte black, matte white, glossy white, and wilderness green. As for skates, you got virgin grade PTFE with one large skate at the front and two smaller skates in the bottom corners. This design does cause some drag. It's not absolutely perfectly smooth. You can get aftermarket skates, but yes. Now for the cable, this is an ultralight cable. It feels basically wireless. It's a great cable. It really has zero resistance, especially if you have some slack on that cable, which you should have some slack on that cable. All right, now as for switches, these use Omron here. They feel great. They're not too light. They're not too heavy. Almost everyone will like these and they have a great sound. Now let's talk about programmable buttons. This has 7 programmable buttons and you can do that in Cooler Master's software, which is Master Plus. The left click cannot be programmed, but the 2 buttons on the left side, the right click, as well as the up and down scrolls and middle scroll wheel button can all be customized. So really you're only gonna be customizing probably maybe the scroll wheel and then the 2 side buttons there. So really you're looking at 3. That's what I would personally look at if I'm looking at this mouse, but yes, you do have a lot of customization there. Now talking about the scroll wheel, let's get into that. It is tactile here and it doesn't feel mushy. It's actually just right for in-game. If you want to easily and precisely switch between, well, your primaries or your secondaries, it's very easy to because it's nice and tactile and it's just the right amount of distance between them. Pretty impressive for around 25 bucks. Now as for weight, it's still a very impressive here, coming in at only 60 grams. The MM711 has just been a go-to for me if you don't have much money. It definitely does not feel budget. Now this weight paired with the shape of it means FPS games are great. If you want to move at a faster pace, which, well, this one is good for you. If you're looking for a mouse for slower games like Red Dead Redemption, the weight is just not going to matter as much. So don't be super attached to that spec. Make sure to get a mouse that's tailored to your experience and the kind of gameplay that you want to do. But again, for FPS, this is a great budget choice. All right, and lastly, let's talk about RGB. Even with that weight, this manages to have a ton of RGB, both on the wheel and this massive diffuse section under the cutouts, which I think just looks absolutely awesome. Again, if you want to check out this exact same product, there's Amazon links below for the US, UK, Canada, and international links. And if you want to check out my main channel with longer form content, you can check that out right here. But this is a consumer tech review high speed, and I'll see you guys in the next video.